using social media can have a very negative impact on your level of concentration, focus, your attention span, and your eyesight. And this is something, especially if you're an ambitious athlete or even on a pro level, you can't afford if you want to be successful in your sport. And it doesn't matter actually if you're a professional basketball player, if you're a golf pro, or if you're a football player. If you can't perform at your best when it's crunch time, then you're either out of the team or you're going to be left behind in the long run. But let's get this straight. Social media is nothing bad. It just depends on the way we use it. So it's not about deleting social media, it's about reducing social media and using it for some very useful and very specific reasons. And in today's video, I would like to share 3 very simple tips with you that can help you reduce your social media time, your screen time, so that you have more time for recovery, for your friends, for your family, for yourself, maybe reading a book, analyzing a video. So there are so many good reasons actually why we should reduce the social media time, our screen time. My name is Steven. I help athletes become mentally strong and successful. So let's dive into the 3 simple tips that can help you reduce your screen time. Tip number 1, ideally don't have your smartphone in your bedroom, or at least not right next to your bed. I mean, you probably know that situation. You lie in the bed, you have your smartphone maybe in your hands and you're in a comfortable position and you're just scrolling down a little bit on Instagram, TikTok, or watching some videos on YouTube. And we lose the feeling for the time suddenly. So what happens, of course, we sleep too late or we sleep not enough. We have a rather bad quality of sleep due to all the impressions that we get, due to the blue light of your phone. So I would suggest put your phone away from the bed. So what I do, for example, I do have my smartphone in the bedroom, to be honest, but I don't have it next to the bed. I have it a couple of meters away on a shelf, so that I'm making sure that I don't do this. So I grab my phone and have a look at it, and I check my emails, or I check my social media account, or I have a look at my YouTube channel. That helps me a lot actually, or it helped me a lot to reduce my screen time and the time that I spend on social media. So ideally, ban your phone from the bedroom, or if you need the phone for to set an alarm in the morning, then like I do, then have it not next to your bed, but have it a few meters away. And just imagine what you can do with the time actually that you don't waste on social media in bed. You could do you could, for example, read a book instead, or you could make the plan for the next day. You could do a little gratitude exercise. What are you grateful for that you experienced today? Maybe you met someone who was super friendly with you. Maybe you were successful in training or in a competition. Maybe you spent some time with some very nice people. Maybe you're just grateful for having such a great family. So there are so many good reasons actually to be grateful, and that's something you could add in your, let's say, daily routine, especially in the evening before going to sleep, instead of wasting time on social media and with your phone in your hand. Another thing you could do before going to bed, which would also, or is a very good routine, do some very smooth, easy exercises, a little bit of yoga. So no activation, but something that helps you cool down, relax, and then go to bed. Or why don't you do a meditation? Try a meditation. That is fantastic, actually, a great habit you can implement into your evening routine, and it's also going to help you fall asleep and have a deeper sleep. Another great thing you can do before going to sleep is write a self-reflection. So reflect on yourself, on your training that you had today, or the competition that you had today. And why don't you just get a book like I have here? This is fantastic, like a little notebook, and you can write everything down. So the things focus on, for example, what is it that I've done really well today, and what is it that I can improve tomorrow. So that's just two very simple questions you can answer, or you can ask yourself, and then answer in your self-reflection book. Something I highly recommend. This is going to help you also as an athlete to become in some way your own coach. So it'll help you to create some consciousness also. You're going to find some new, let's say, bits and pieces that you can improve in your sport. So, and this is a great way actually also to finish the day, and you can go to sleep and you're ready for the next day actually, and you know already maybe what you want to do, what you want to focus on tomorrow. Or very simple, another thing you could do instead of using social media in bed, go to sleep. I mean, we all know we need rest, and especially if you're an athlete and you have been practicing or training for many hours a day, maybe physically also, maybe mentally. So you're going to be tired, and when you go to bed, go to sleep. Sleep longer hours. This is also going to help you process everything that you've experienced this today actually, and this is going to help you also to learn, because your brain digests everything that you experienced today. So when you learn something, let's say new in your sport, technical aspect or strategy, a new strategy, so you practice it for the first time today, and when you go to bed and you sleep, during the time that you sleep or during night, you're going to digest everything, and the next day you will do it even better. But for that, of course, we need some high quality sleep, and social media definitely does not help us to get some high quality sleep. Then let's come to tip number 2. No smartphone, no social media during training and competition. So next time you have your training session, next time you have a competition, I would recommend take your phone with you if you need it, but during competition, during training, best is store it in your bag, put it away, maybe in a pocket in a bag. Even better, switch it off. And then even in breaks, within, let's say, breaks in between training, breaks in between competition over the day, try to not look at your phone. Only if you really need it. So for example, if you need to call someone, maybe you want to call your parents and tell them how it's going, or your girlfriend, your boyfriend, maybe your coach. That's a good reason to have a look at your phone. But as soon as you're finished, I would recommend put it back in your bag again and switch it off. That's the reason why you should do this actually, is you don't want to get distracted in no way. So, and of course with phone it can be a message, but especially with social media, in case you're using social media during a training or in between and competition, you might get some distracting news, some distracting comments, or you just see something that might have a negative impact on you and your performance. And that's something, of course, we want to avoid under all circumstances. And you will also notice you're going to be much more focused, much more concentrated over the day. Maybe in the beginning you need to get used to it a little bit. Maybe you're used to using your phone during breaks, for example, you have a first match on that day or your first try on that day, then you have maybe 1 hour, 2 hours of break, you eat something, you drink something, maybe you rest a little bit, and then nowadays it's normal actually we look at our phones, unfortunately, actually, because this is a very valuable time which you should actually use really for rest reasons. So try to rest, invest in rest, and don't use your phone. Instead, you could also just maybe reflect on your previous match, your previous try that you had, or your previous training session. Reflect on it yourself, reflect on it together with your coach, maybe your parents, or whoever who can help you, instead of wasting your time and getting distracted by social media. Maybe you want to use the breaks also in between training sessions or during a competition, that you do a power nap. Yeah, this will give you some energy for what's coming next, instead of wasting your energy on social media. Or maybe you would like to analyze your previous training session that you had in the morning, or the first bit of your competition that you had in the morning, analyze it, and then make a game plan or a training plan for the afternoon. So what's it that you want to focus on? What did you actually find out? What could have you done better maybe in the morning? What would you like to improve in the afternoon? So you're going to be much more focused, you're going to be much more concentrated, you won't get distracted by social media, or just simply by having your phone in your hand and doing something with it that might just take your focus away from what's really, really important. In the long run, if you do this regularly, then from now on, you're going to realize that you will be much more focused on the pitch or on the ground during training, and you will also have much more joy. So the problem with social media, of course, that we have, especially when we are in a competitive surrounding, and that's of course normal for us when we are athletes, is that you compare yourself the whole time with others. So you see other people on social media, maybe you see some other athletes on social media, and they just share something that might have a negative impact on you. They share, oh, they've just been taking part in a tournament or competition, and they won it maybe, or they've been very successful, and you see this, and somehow it makes you feel a little bit maybe sad or frustrated, and you think, man, that's actually what I want to achieve, and I'm here with this tournament, but I should have been there on that other tournament. So and then maybe even in subconsciousness, this will have a negative impact on your performance, and that's something you can't afford, that no athlete can afford. So let's move on then to tip number 3. I would highly recommend to delete all your social media apps from your phone. I've done the same a couple of years ago, and I can tell you it made a huge difference in how I feel, how much time I spend on social media, the way I use social media. I'm much more productive now. I also use social media in a much more productive way, because, well, I don't have my notebook, let's say, all the time with me in my pocket or in my bag or just on me. And that saves me in some way from just getting my phone out of my of the pocket and just out of boredom maybe have a look at my phone and I check my Instagram account or my Facebook account, whatever. And that's something I highly recommend, that you delete all your apps, use your social media accounts from now on only through the desktop version. Yeah, and I would be really interested in, maybe you have some other good approaches or a good way how you use social media and manage to reduce your screen time and spending time on social media. Feel free to share your ideas, your experiences in the comment box below. I'd be very interested in hearing what you do and how you do it. And also, if you like the content, I'd be super happy if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and feel free to share it also with some other people that might be interested or could benefit from this. Hit the like button if you like the content, and I'll see you in one of my next videos. Have a great day and see you soon. Bye.